Install day, the most nerve-wracking and frustrating day in a sense, because you don't know what's going to go on the other end. Even though you've taken measurements, a lot of times walls are a little twisted, you know, sometimes things throw you through a loop, and you can make a mistake. I don't think I did, but you never know. So I got these doors. I went a little heavy in the corner, so the crack thing is at the end of the day and install, I want to give another coat on this. So I got to come back and deal with that. I got to order the glass. I wasn't too fast on that. I had a bit of an accident there the other day, so I've been out of commission for a day. These are the sinks. If you remember the concrete's in the van. Cabinet. I got my molding, my saws. I'm going to take that tomorrow. I'm not going to deal with that today. By the time I get there, I got my legs over there. My other leg at the other end, and what I'm going to do is install the legs, but this is the template for the concrete. So we're going to bring this on site to make sure there's not a little bit of a problem. So as I got the concrete already in, which is the hardest thing, it's a small job. It's a one-man install. I don't need a big crew for this. To be honest with you, I don't need. If I bring 4 guys with me, it's just gonna be in my way. I got that leaned up nicely there. It's not very heavy, but it is going down the basement, which is gonna be a long walk. That's it. Tools are sideways, so anything shifts, these won't really go anywhere. And that's about it. All right, so we're all loaded up. Nothing's moving back there, you can see. So it's so far a good day. Just a little crappy this time of the year. You know, it's March. Things are going to be a little sloppy. You know, we're by the ocean. You don't know sometimes. They say 5 centimeters and you could have 20, or it could be the opposite, just total rain. So, you know, right now it's very windy. You're kind of just being pushed around. But answer a couple of questions. What's the biggest change since when I started really in 1990 to now? I would say how affordable tools have gotten. You know, maybe the CNC's marked up, but that's a different animal. But like table saws and everything else, they weren't very affordable in the 90s. They only really had a couple of players making it, and the tools were more industrial. You didn't have it in people's garages or whatever. Now, you know, if somebody's willing to spend $10,000, I can fix them up with almost the same tools I have in my shop, and they'd be able to make anything. I think creativity's gone. Like I used to learn, and I wanted to be better. I was in an antique shop, and I wanted to get out of there. But the thing was, what was great about it at the time, I never forget his name, Jean-Claude Goudreau. He was buying Victorian furniture when nobody was buying it that time. Everybody wanted to step back. So we saw quilted mahoganies, walnuts. These things were built right beside the forest. They built their forest there because transportation was insane. They couldn't do it, so they had their own mills, these factories for their wood, and you know they were shipping it at that time all over New York, Washington, that whole area. They were huge manufacturers. And those factories are long gone, you know. And this stuff was just amazing. It really opened up my eyes. That was a bar I wanted to be. I want to be right there. Then working in aircraft interiors, I didn't know anything about it. That was like in 97. I worked on my own, you know, it was tough. I had a couple of small kids, and I was offered a job a lot more than what I was used to getting paid. I didn't think I was going to get it. And I went in there, I was shocked that there were really no craftsmen. And I helped set up one department, you know, and it was just getting boring because they were just copying from the other one, copying. And so with that, you know, $3 million interiors, then you went on your own, and then it was just boom. So that was my goal when I got older, was to be able to pick and choose and have the shop not a major overhead. I'm an outside St. Now. Okay, so I made it. The customer's upstairs, and this fit perfectly, about 1/8 of an inch. It's what I suspected. Like, that corner's not straight, but it's not going to interfere with what I have to do. So I'm very, very happy. I'm getting this installed right now. I take my this works pretty good. Red. Right there. So I go there. I didn't take a tape measure. That looks like 24 inches, not 16. So, and then of course the corner. It doesn't matter. I don't even have to mark it. I got a new case for the job. I always lose these. I'm not exactly most organized, but I got the Hexon bits so I don't slip. I hate the other ones. That's one of my biggest piss offs. So what I'm gonna do is each one, I'm gonna put two. All right. But what's critical before I get too happy is getting this level. Now it's really hard to see. I got the lights behind me. Okay, that's perfect. Now I'm gonna go here, right? Then this is where this was my first measurement where I put it in. Beautiful. Okay, now I gotta say goodbye for a few minutes. I gotta call a customer for the position of this one. You're the opposite of me, I'm gonna get killed.
Stay?
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay. All right. I think we'll go straight down like this, eh?
Yeah. Catching this on camera.
Ooh. Do you want to go down or do you want me to?
I'll go down.
I'm not sure if I'm good like this. You go.
Fix your grip.
You.
Oh,
Yep.
Here you
Go. I got it here.
Hey, let me pull, don't push.
No. That's what I'm saying. Let me know if I'm pushing. Okay, go easy. Let me get down a step. You're too deep. Okay? Let me go another step.
Go. Step. 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 Step.
Easy. Slow down.
Step.
Slow. Make it one step. That's it. We're doing good. I'm kind of swinging because I got my whole body here. And I gotta go in first on the part. Like go in. You go in. I'll show you. And you go straight back. Straight back.
Look with your legs.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get up here. Hold it. Beep. Okay, if you put on the cabin for a minute, Kurt. Not a breath there. How about you?
No.
No?
You watched the footage. I was holding it with one arm.
All right.
Grabbing the hand rope the other.
You want to go in there and we'll put it in?
You want to take a breath?
Yeah. Okay, how many of these have I taken in people's homes?
Usually they're bigger.
I think you're better off grabbing the small end here. I'm good here, and we'll just go inch by inch. Right? Okay. What do you think? You ready to flip it? I got good here. Can you grab here? It's gonna go down like this.
Yeah, no.
Like I'm in a perfect spot.
Why don't you pull your end out a little more and
All right.
put it down that way?
Okay, I just want to make sure it doesn't surprise you.
Yep.
All right, here I go.
Okay. Go. There you go.
Holy.
That's cool. They're gonna run plumbing here?
Yeah, it's going to drill out. It's hollow. Your mother asked the same thing. It's hollow in the back there, so you can go in there. Just...
How many more of these you got?
So, mistake I did here was the edge. I went too far in, about 3/4 of an inch. It looks like, so I need to be about 1.5 inches. Now I have it here. I have it pushed to the wall, 1.5 inches. And I just put a little piece there. I guess what it was caused from was just, sometimes you're looking like 5 steps ahead and it's a stupid mistake right here. But I didn't really have a piece here that I should have cut straight, and I knew I had the 1.5 inches. And it was, I left it floating there, which is, I guess at the end of the day, it's really my mistake. So with that said, I'm gonna screw it back now. I'm gonna go under here. It's sitting nice. And I'm just gonna go here with my bracket. Now I can judge it. Remember I was saying before with the concrete? I couldn't judge it very well. Now I can. Let's see, I'm gonna hold it up here. I'm gonna start it first till it hits the other one. Okay, I got that started. Let's see if I can get another one. Just till it touches the concrete. Look at that, eh? All right, I'm pretty good there. Now, what I got to be careful of is I'm going to slide this concrete in, and then I'm going to adjust this. So if you look underneath, I'm touching all the way here. Come on down here. You see what I'm touching? My lip is the same here. So that's pretty good. So the worst is over. The worst is over, and I think the only real, I know I'm giving out a lot of advice here, but the only thing I'd say is just make sure you're prepared. Because little details is what kills you in this business. Oops. One second, I'm gonna go back. because I'm drifting a bit here, right here. Yeah. I'm gonna go back. I gotta get this corner in first. Yeah. See. All right. I didn't bite very well. It's not very strong here because of the, it's so tight, eh? Okay, there, that's good. That's good. All right. Okay. I think I'm gonna put this in first. Before I push it back, it's too much weight there. Here, Christine, turn it off. All right. So I fumbled here. It's because this is not perfect, the concrete, but I got to give the illusion that it is. It's just that, it's done by hand. You're grinding, and now I got it nice and level here and here. I had to let this all go and just kind of maneuver it into position to give that floating look. So it wasn't easy. It took me a good couple hours after we brought it in. So now I'm gonna glue it in, and I'm gonna. All right. So we're back the next day, and there was a lot of playing around, and you could see here, we ended up getting it very level. But if I go over here, I'm tipped out a bit right here. All right. Just ever so slightly. Like, I'm good here. And I'm good here. All right. And that's mainly because when you're doing a slab like this and you have a circle taking it in, and you have a slab of concrete here, a slab of concrete here, a slab here. So they're going to cure at different rates, and you're going to have a thin part. I have rebarb here turned around. I bent it. And you can see here, now I got the sink. I got the metal here. And we use this glue here. We ran out yesterday. We're using this. It has the same color. Now I got the metal under my weakest point. And I got this all surrounded with metal. Now my weakest point is right here. So today I'll take some of this strapping, put it up underneath and glue it. But I don't have it fully glued, but I'm gonna try and move this. The whole secret with this floating is that I have support all the way along. So the strap worked great here. I'm gonna take it off. So I'm ready to install, and you see right here, I used 2.5-inch screws. And the reason why that's supposed to be is I got my material here, 3/4, then the 1/2-inch plywood, that's 1 1/4. So I get about all this thread into 2x4s. And it's also not to hit the wires. That's the idea, is that the electrician keeps it back. But the thing is, with a 2x4, it's very hard. And I had another video where they didn't put plates All right, then I got these ones that are 3 inch, and they'll go on the angle here. Because I, and I'll sneak a couple of those in, and then with the full 3/4 back, we're in really good shape. See there? Do this by yourself. This is plywood. It's not as heavy as a melamine, and I put the cabinet as one, so I'm right here. And I got that little lip to hook on. I didn't put the lip over here because I think it's gonna be kind of wavy. The wall's a little wavy and it's hard to figure out, but I'm confident it's one there. And I also have my camera operator here to help me in a minute, but I just want to show how to do it. Whoa. Now, I'm not doing any weight now, and I'm just holding it out with one hand, and I can do this all day long. That's the hard part. All right. Now with here, I got the screws, so I know where I am if I have to go in. Now I got a spacer that's going here. There. It really V's. Like, come on over here, take a look at it. All right. But what's critical is that one I can hide more with the door. But I'll show you. Come here. Come on over on this side. See here, I got 4 inches. And I got 4. When you got the molding going here, this is what you'll see the most, more than over there. And there's not much I can do. I hate the word scribing. To do a V like that. I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm gonna be honest with here. I've been doing it for 30 years. I'm not good enough to do that V unless I'm on a machine. So going there with a jigsaw and thinking that you're going like that is just, I'm like floored. It doesn't work out, and that's I think a YouTube myth. They want to try it, fine. But I'll guarantee you, you'll make that more noticeable. I got a trick up my sleeve because the painter's coming in here. I'm going to put my mold in here. I'm going to put a little caulking. The painter's going to paint it the same color, and then that'll be the end of it. And it'll look better. If you do it all chopped up with a jigsaw, it's going to look like crap. So I'm going to sneak one here in the middle. I didn't use pan head because I'm going to paint these little tip of the heads black. Okay. Now I'm going to just take a break here. And I'm a little off. What's going on? All right, so according to me, see, I don't know if I have enough room to pull that. Let's see here. So this corner's got to go up, but I can see it dripping. It's drooping right there. Oh, I see why. All right, mystery solved. For the molding, I made sure the saw came down close to my work site. There would have been a long walk. It was up a stairs, and then I would have had to go into the garage, down the hallway. I would have been murdered making all those cuts. You can see sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times to make a cut. Like I always said to my apprentices when they were working with me, I won't fault you if you make 3 or 4 cuts to get the exact size, but if you try to do it in one shot and I have to put a new piece there, that's a different story. So really take your time with it. I'm using no more nails. I'm pushing it in. I don't have many brads there. I'm 24 inches on center, so the no more nails was a godsend to have on that job site. At least my work was nice and solid, And that's really it. That's all I can say is, take your time. You only have one shot to do this right. I know we're back. We're kind of like time lapsed at a couple hours. We got all our trim. This is one of the things that we do here. We always keep this flush, so this is beyond. I like keeping my molding here. This is really just to hide the lights. I didn't really make it any detail. Then on top here, I got a trim there. I could rip it a little thinner. It's pushing up on the ceiling. I left it loose so that they can run their lights there. You can see there. They're going in back here where the fridge is. It's empty. And that's where the plumbing's going. So I'm trying to make it easy on the person that's behind me, and all straight here. And I'm going to do, now, what's more critical is here. I got that in my line there. So I'm going to start this way. And I want 3/32. But the thing is with the glass doors, sometimes you get a little bit of a twist in them because you don't have the wood sometimes holding it, or you're doing 45. You can get, it's just the way it is. They can't be perfect. And I torqued the hell out of this cabinet bringing it in. That could be a twist there. So there's a couple of factors. Doesn't mean it's off. And then that's it. So I'm going to start here. So first off, I want to get this flush. All right. Now, you got to put your second screw in for your height. Now, I'm pretty confident here that I'm good. So I'm going to go put the 2 screws in. The other thing you can do is if you need like that 16th or whatever, you can just lift it up like that and give it a little shot. It won't affect it. I know I could do this on the CNC and I had a drill, but I never set it up because I switched over from headage to plumb, and I spoke too soon. You know what that is? I know what that is. It's where I put a screw for the this panel. I'm laughing. I shouldn't be laughing. I should be pissed off right about now. All right. So there's an emergency one, I like to call it, right here. Man, the odds of that, eh? And remember, these things are easy to click on and off. It's gonna make a liar out of me. All right. So, I want to bring this part in right here. And that's that screw in the back. That's your back screw right there. I want it over about a 16th. Let's see. So I'm going to bring this up a touch. There. If you hear that, I got that touching nicely. I'm a little bit here because of the sanding, but I'm going to leave that because I'm going to pull it now this way. To the left. I get mixed up because the other way is the opposite way, so I'm not going to lie. All right. So my reveal, I want to pull that just ever so slightly in. So now I go to right. They'll work a lot better when the glass goes in. The glass won't be ready for a couple days. So let's see, my reveal looks really good here. I'm happy. I'm touching here. I'll see at the end if I give that last twist. Now here, I'm more than confident I can pull this in. So same deal. Now I'm going to put my screw in. The other thing you didn't see is I screwed up on my height on 2 of them. And then I had to redo it. And I was honestly, I was frustrated a bit. You know, you're trying to get out of here. And, you know, I don't want to leave until these doors are up. And like I said, I'll come back with the glass and do the last finishing touches. I told him it would take 2 days, but it looks like 3. But it's not taking 10 days. Now, bring that over here. But the only danger of doing this, oh, that's almost perfect right there. Now, is my height right here. Now, hopefully I can bring that one over that way. And I end up decent up here. So I want to bring it up just a hair now. These work like crap, the up and down. Now I turn it and I bring it up. And there we go. Ever so slightly. And then just a touch right here in to get my height. All right. I know this is like watching paint dry, but it's so important. I got a hair there from the sanding. If push ever came to shove, you know, you can cut it there, but in this case, we're fine. Now I got to go here and make a decision what I'm going to do. I got to pull this up. So there's a little bit of slack there. I'm going to put my 2 screws in. And there's a method to my madness. I'm going from here to here. The wall, it doesn't really matter. I always leave myself an escape when I got full overlay doors here. I don't try to go in all the way. I've done enough built-in in my day to know these walls aren't straight. You're no way in hell. But I want this straight. This is my area here. Now I want it to go a little higher, so I'm going to cheat a bit and just lift it. It probably give me about a 1/16 a bit. You know, put a little. You can't put too much pressure on it because you can twist these and they won't work properly. All right, so it worked. It brought the height. Now I got to go in. But I might have a twist. I might be going the wrong way. And if this is any consolation, I'm gonna say right here, this is not the first time this happened to me. You know, I'm using a little Robertson, and yeah, and sometimes these screws are twisted out. And how do I feel right now? Very pissed off. Yeah, it's you want to go in there and take a look. That's not from me. That's a brand new hinge that wasn't touched. But I'll I'll edit it, Christine. We'll just keep that in there. Did you get it? All right.
Get what?
Now I'm gonna go get a Robertson screwdriver. I loosened it. Oh, that's almost perfect. Go take a look at that. When you get it, you're like so happy, eh? And then when it goes sideways, you get so frustrated. Right now, my back is sore, man. I think I had enough. All right, so I want to go touch more. There we go. And, yeah, I'm going to say it. That's almost perfect. Just bring that down just a hair. But the thing is, the measurements with these will change over time with the humidity of the home. This house, they got electric heat. Now I'm going to check, see how it's flush. I'm a little bit up here, so bringing that out here. I always like my knuckle buster for it, but I'm caving in. I got a Phillips. I wouldn't mind bringing this out a hair. Got it here. Ever so slightly. There. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to bring that in. Out. There. Silence. You hear that? All right. So you got a little bit of a ridge there. I left a little more space. Now last one. All right, we're on a roll here. I don't know if I'm gonna put the handles on. I think I'm just gonna put them in here, and because my partner doesn't want to drive in the dark. And I need her on small jobs like this. If I had to pay somebody in here, it'd be so tight and be on top of each other. The only thing I might have made a difference with that would be glued, and I'd save a little bit of time. Yeah, I'm way out here, but that's okay. Now I gotta bring this over. Whoops. No, see? I don't know if I'm griping for nothing, so don't mind me. Oh, yeah. I'm taking a damp rag and water with these pads, because these pads can burn out if you just use them dry. So it also keeps the dust down a bit, because the dust is very fine when you start sanding with 400. Right now I started with 400. I went 800, and then I went 1,000. Then I went 1,500 to give it there, and I'm only just buffing the sealer out. There's a pad that you can use, a green pad, for buffing the sealer out and giving it that shine, but I felt it left scratches up visually. I find doing this, I get a way better job, and it's really just take out the bubbles and the imperfection, because you're putting the pad by hand. So just take your time, but remember, you can't go too long. That sealer's not that thick. I'm waxing right here, and so I'm just buffing out the wax. So my time is over, and yeah, well, what can I say? It took me a third visit a couple days later. I was busy with other stuff just as well. The one thing I did here on the legs here, I glued it in. And if you remember on a couple of my stair videos, you go look, and I show how to glue the post in, which is a piece of wood. So now this is like solid, because it surprised me that being this high up, it was top heavy. So, you know, I don't want people coming here, especially if you had a few beers. So they're over the moon. They're happy. We got our glass shelves in. And they're waiting for the lights. He's going to put the undermount. He's going to try a couple of things. I made a couple of suggestions. He liked them. He thought I was a little over the top at first, but now he's starting to realize, hey, have fun with the room, and lighting is everything. So these are going to go underneath, and he's not sure he's going to put 3 or 4, and I want to put it under the cabinet here, so I think it'd be cool. And the same with the floating, because it really gives that nice floating look. And then these are the interior cabinets, and Chinese, SSCA approved. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think it's the wiring that's different in Canada than the US. And then that's another story. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you stayed to the end of the video and you saw it all. Please support this channel. I want to do more of these videos, and if you could see, and I tried to spell, you know, we don't bring the customers in here blindfolded and come look at it. If they're not here every step of the way and whatever, and you do it at the end, man, they would freak out. They'd be so like, oh, this is what I paid for? Oh, I didn't want this or what? We never do that. Never in a million years. The other thing was the backsplash here, which, by the way, yours truly thought looked amazing. They felt it was a little heavy. He thought he wanted it to rip down. He decided to take it out, and he's going to plaster. There's a little defect in the drywall, and they're going to build that out. So that was entirely his decision. I thought it looked amazing. The rest, he's over the moon. This is his look, and everything's built in. That fridge goes in here, so he has his fridge right there. They'll go in there. So, and then that's all I can do at the end of the day, make the customer happy, and that's it. So please subscribe and subscribe.